Hi, welcome to Our Moon Divine Tarot. Thank you for being here and joining me for this reading. So today we are asking what is going on between you and the person on your mind. So I will ask about your current energy, which is actually this card right here. I already did the readings and this is the first card that I pulled out, and I chose this for the group that you're going to choose so that it can help you connect to your intuition. So as you're choosing your pile, definitely take a step back, take a deep breath, connect to your intuition, ask yourself what you need to know about yourself, about self-love, what you need to know about your role in this connection, and what information is out there for you regarding this person. So yeah, I'll go ahead and introduce the piles. I am only going to show you the cards. I'm not going to get too much into the energies that they carry because that's the information you'll get in the reading. So yeah, once again, all right, think about what calls to you. I would say, look at the imagery, maybe the colors, think about what calls you to each of the cards. And if more than one card or more than one group is calling to you, you can always check out the different readings because you might have different messages in each of the piles. All right, so trust yourself above everything else. But yeah, for group number one, you have the Page of Swords showing up here or showed up for you. But if you are called to this Page of Swords, then you can check out group number one. For group number two, the card that showed up was the Four of Wands. So if you're called to the Four of Wands, you can check out group number two. For group number three, you had the Page of Cups. This is the Page of Cups for group number three. Group number four had an appearance from the High Priestess. So if you're called to the High Priestess, you can choose group number four. Group number five had the Six of Swords. So Six of Swords for group number five. And group number six had the Page of Discs. So if you're called to the Page of Discs, I'll see you in group number six. All right, take as much time as you need choosing your group, and I will see you at your reading. Thank you for being here. Hi group one, and welcome to your love messages. I am going to start this reading by pulling a card asking about the energy that you're currently embodying. So this will be sort of an energy check, and this should be the card that brought you to this reading. So you have the Page of Swords showing up here. If this part of the reading I'm going to say does not resonate with you, then please feel free to check out a different group. But with the Page of Swords, it does seem that there is something that you are ready to communicate. You could be having some trouble around how to communicate, how to go about it. I do feel like you're being asked to be mindful of your communication because the Page of Swords, what I love about pages is that they're unafraid, right? Like they just kind of go for it. They share what they want to say, but sometimes that can be a little bit of an erratic energy because words don't come out the right way, or we can say things in a way that are unclear or difficulty expressing something, okay? And so let's see what else is showing up for you over here. Yep. Oh my goodness. You have double Page of Swords. So you are really wanting to communicate something over here. Okay. I want to say, I'm going to point out, I do feel like for some of this, you might just not be trusting yourself, even though you're quite charming, right? Like you can kind of figure things out. Like I'm getting somebody who's really witty, really funny. Oh, I see it. Okay. It's like you could be witty, you could be really funny and, you know, like kind of vibe, but like when it comes to sharing your emotions, that is where you are struggling, okay? Because you have the Knight of Cups showing up over here. So there could be, you know, like this person that you're thinking about, you could be very unclear about where you're standing. You could be very unclear about how to bring the situation back into balance. I am going to say, you know, with the Seven of Swords, look, I'm just gonna say, right, like I hate to go here so quickly, but this is an energy of a little bit of manipulation, right? Like with this card in particular, you know, you see the pigeon holding the ring. There could have been some dishonesty. There could have been some, you know, agreements that were broken, things that just kind of didn't work out, pan out. There could have even been some chilling, manipulating, you know, like that sort of thing happening here. From your person, because this is kind of like what's coming this way. I feel like your person's kind of looking away, you know, like they're like already elsewhere. And like, okay, look, so here's the thing. That could be what it is that you're trying to figure out, right? Like trying to come up with a game plan, trying to strategize and figure out what it is that, you know, you can do about the situation, what it is that you can do to kind of bring balance back into the situation. And I feel like your person kind of shows up and says, yeah, like, let's do this, let's figure this out. But then they don't really put in the work, okay? The thing about the Two of Pentacles is that it's not quite like, yes, it's about trying to bring things into balance, right? But it's a very novice energy when you're thinking about creating, right? So it's almost like 1 foot in, 1 foot out. I'm getting that you could be dealing with somebody who says a lot but doesn't do a lot. Like they're more of a like, I don't know, like, yeah, I'll fix this problem, but that they never do it, right? Or just kind of, I don't know, like I feel like they're not really doing a lot of the work and they're putting the work on you, but then conversely, like you too are having difficulty trying to figure out where to go. You know, for some of you, I feel like you want to talk about this, like you want to try to problem solve and figure this out, but with the Page of Swords and the energy and the current energy over here kind of facing in the you direction, right? So they intended this to be all about you and then kind of more about your person. I feel like you're being asked to, you know what, use this as a learning opportunity. Turn this energy back into you. I feel like you're being encouraged to put that cup of love into yourself. You know, with the Knight of Cups showing up reversed, it's like you might have a lot of love to give. You might have, right, like, I don't know, I feel like trust, like if you're feeling like emotionally ungiving, right? Or like you're having difficulty expressing your emotions and you don't know how to like kind of tell this person what you're feeling and things like that, trust that that's already telling you something. And I feel like what that's telling you is that sharing this with whoever it is over on this side over here, like, look, I'm sorry, right? Like I'm just gonna tell you what I'm seeing here. Okay. And it might not sound so pretty, but like they might just be a waste of time, right? Like you'd be pouring your love and your energy into somebody that's, I feel like it's like that day late dollar short energy, right? Like they just never quite do enough. Like they might do enough to kind of keep you hanging, or they might say that they're going to do something, but then they don't come through. And I feel like you continuing to charge toward them is just going to take up your energy. And that's why you're better off, you know, worrying about your emotional needs, taking care of your emotional self. I would say like asking yourself, you know, why, if you're really trying to figure something out, like, you know, really, it's like some of y'all might be looking for closure or an understanding of why your person did the things that they did. And like, I don't know, I feel like it's just not about you, right? Like this person's kind of out there somewhere off there, like I don't know, like don't put the onus on yourself, right? Like don't put the responsibility on yourself to fix it, and don't blame yourself for these, like the actions that this person took. Okay, it's time for you to worry about your emotional needs. Take this as a learning opportunity. Like I said, I feel like you're so charming, so witty, like funny, and you know, and it's like, and if you can't be super open with this person, guess what, that is telling you something. That is telling you that you don't click, because I feel like the right person, you'd have this sense of ease being able to communicate with each other. Okay, so I am gonna say, you know, I'm gonna pull a card. You know, I wasn't even gonna use this deck, but It was just really calling to me. Like, what would this person say to you? I don't know. Hopefully that brings you some sort. Yeah, like, see, that popped out. I need space, okay? I do feel like this person's, like, detaching from you already as well. You have, please let me go. Yeah. All right, look, I'm gonna say that, okay? I'm gonna pull a card from the Four Agreements. I don't think this needs explanation, all right? I'm sorry if it's not what you wanted to hear, but I do feel like, you know, you're gonna be so much better off without this person, okay? You know, I'm gonna do for my little deck of self-care, okay? I kind of pulled out my whole arsenal over here and to try to, you know, I was like, we're gonna use whatever pops up, and, you know, because you should be focusing on yourself. Let's do a little deck of self-care, right? What can you do for self-care at this moment? Eat yellow. You have set one goal. It can be small. And you have meditate. Okay, yeah, you're taking this time to heal, okay? This is that hermit energy, right? Kind of taking some time to yourself, going within, okay? Meditate, reflect on what happened, reflect on what it taught you about you, okay? Give yourself space to, like, sit with your own thoughts and don't worry so much about them, right? I know, like, that's easier said than done, right? But I do feel like you're being asked to release this person. You know, you could set a little goal around this, right? Like, okay, every time this person comes into my mind, I don't know, like, kind of think of how you can transfer your actions, right? Like, okay, like, how can you redirect any thoughts that you might have about them? I know that sounds like suppressing, or I don't know if that's gonna be helpful, but for some of you, that could be like a starting point, okay? Also, I feel like setting small goals around your self-care and your journey of, like, healing. And so, you know, like, I don't know, maybe like you can journal once a week, right? Or kind of, I don't know, I don't know, right? Like, let's see, with the yellow. Oh, okay, I see. Setting goals around your sense of self, your sense of, like, you're standing in your power, okay? Because with this eat yellow, like, literally just kind of eat yellow, right? Like, maybe it's like time to eat some yellow foods like squash, pineapple, banana, beans, corn, ginger, peppers, curry, okay? But, you know, that could be just good for you at the moment. But also, I did intend this to align to the solar plexus chakras, is setting goals around your sense of authenticity, being true to who you are, okay? Like, standing in your power and not allowing others to take your power, right? So that could look like, okay, you know, I'm gonna voice my opinion once a week, right? Like, I'm not gonna, you know, like, shush myself down, or I'm not, I don't know, like, kind of, you could also be doing like some reflecting, like part of your journaling could be around, you know, like, where do I feel like I'm giving away my power, you know, like that kind of thing. I don't know. Yeah, but look into solar plexus, balancing your solar plexus, okay? But I do feel like like standing in your power and trusting yourself is something that can help you, right? Like, in for the future over here, okay? I'm gonna go ahead. Oh wait, I was gonna pull one last card, all right? Give you some advice from the Four Agreements Oracle over here. I'm gonna take a second to say that if there were any messages for you here at all, I would absolutely love to hear from you. You know, likes, comments, subscribes, shares. Lets me know which readings are making sense to you, which videos y'all like, which videos I can, you know, should do more of, and you know, I don't know. Yeah, so let me know. All right, okay. So you have let go of self-judgment and blame. Yeah, some of y'all are like, I was getting that earlier too. Like, you could be blaming yourself for this person's actions, and, like, no, okay. Being impeccable. Being impeccable, you take responsibility for your actions, but you do not judge or blame yourself for anything, okay? So, yeah, you know, for some of you, like, maybe you were a partaker in whatever this person did, but do not beat yourself up about it, right? And getting, like I said, learn and move on, heal and move on, kind of process the situation. I'm just gonna straight up say it. I feel like this person is just, like, let them go, okay? I'm gonna leave it there. All right, group one, thank you so much for being here. Please let me know if there was anything in here for you. Thank you for sharing your energy with me. And yeah. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and pick this up. And we're gonna move on to group number two. All right, hello, group number two, and welcome to your reading. We are asking about what's happening between you and your person, but I will be starting by asking about your current energy. So if this first part of the reading does not sound like your story or sound like you, please feel free to check out a different group. Ooh. Okay. Now you have the Four of Wands showing up over here. Okay. I do feel like some of y'all might have felt like, okay, I'm getting a lot of passion with this person, a lot of excitement. Some of y'all could be really feeling like, is this the one? Like a sort of spiritual connection. Okay. Like, I'm sorry if this is too much, or I hope it's not like inappropriate, but I feel like, you know, like there could be a lot of attraction, right? Like your intimate times could be very just like exciting and new and fun, like where you just kind of feel like it transcends this worldly realm, right? Like, and y'all are connected on this weird level, right? So like, yeah, like I feel like a lot of the, yeah, like the physical connection is strong in this one, okay? And I feel like for some of you, you're kind of wondering, like, where is this going? Like, is this potential for, you know, for marriage, for union, for something that is sustainable, for creating a family? Like, can this kind of, does this have potential over here? All right, so let's see what else is showing up for you over here. Let me just cut the deck over here. All right, so you have the Two of Swords. You have the King of Cups showing up reversed. Okay, this is for you and you're deep within, how you're showing up. And for your person, you have the Five of Pentacles reversed. And you have the Devil. Okay, sorry, I'm like cracking up because this just doesn't surprise me at all, because what I was saying, like, you know, and it's funny, like, I got all of that lustful kind of, but just very passionate, intense energy from the Four of Wands. And I was like, I mean, like, it's also so cute, right? And family and stuff like that. But like, so the Devil does not surprise me, because it could very much indicate that desire, that obsession, that passion, right? Like that feeling, like that just like attraction, okay? Sometimes even to the point of like feeling very trapped, or feeling like called to this person, like you just kind of want to be around them, or y'all just want to be around each other. Yeah, you know, and it can be a very exciting energy, but it can also be, you know, like it can kind of keep you bound. It can keep you feeling trapped. Be careful that it doesn't veer into obsession. Be careful that, right, like, is it kind of taking you from other responsibilities? Is it moving you away from other things that you're looking for? Okay, I'm getting like, for some of you over here, you could be very much in that, how do I say this? Like physical excitement and like enjoying each other's presence, but you're wondering about the emotional sustainability with the King of Cups showing up over here, particularly the reversal, right? Like, is this person filling your cup? Like, is there feelings underneath this all? And I feel like it's causing you to try to figure out what steps you are going to take. Like, some of y'all, I'm going to say, you know, trust your intuition and what it is that is telling you, because I feel like for some of you, you're already thinking like, I don't know where this is going, or I don't know if this is right. And the fact that you're questioning it could be telling you something, okay? So, you know, just kind of, you know, pay attention to your feelings. You know, the King of Cups over here does want you to act toward yourself, do the things that are right for you, take care of your emotional needs, okay? For some of you, like, this connection could be causing you to dismiss what it is that you need emotionally, right? Like, I don't know, maybe you're having so much fun and you're so excited to be around this person that you're then not taking care of yourself, or you're doing things that don't feel great for you for the sake of kind of pleasing this other person and that sort of thing. And, you know, just kind of, you know, be mindful about that is what I would say. Let's see, I want to pull from this deck over here, okay? Now, as far as your person, I do feel like it's funny because I don't get that they're like a bad person. Here, let me pull. What do I want to pull? I think I want to pull a clarifying card for them. because I'm not getting like a necessarily bad energy or anything, but I do feel like they're healing from something, okay? Like for some of you, like your person could be getting their ducks in a row, like kind of getting their career back up. Maybe they have some financial losses and they're trying to find themselves. All right, like I'm just getting I don't know why I keep hearing 21 questions. All right. Like the 50 Cent song. So like, I don't know. I'm almost kind of feeling like your person is asking you like, hey, I'm kind of a little bit down and out right now. Like, are you gonna stand by me? Are you going to be here for me? Because like they're trying to work on their stuff, and that might be part of the choices that you're having to make over here, right? Like because you're kind of like like some of y'all might feel like I said, like you're dismissing your needs for the sake of taking care of this person. And the thing is that it's up to you, right? Like you get to decide whether you accept this energy or not. Like you don't have to take care of them. They're an adult, I hope. I mean, like, sorry, I'm hearing like it doesn't have to be um a man, but I did hear like a man child, right? Like somebody who needs like somebody to like take care of them, like cook, I don't know, like maybe wants you to do like all of these basic things for them because like I don't know, like they don't know how to do their own laundry, they don't know how to budget their checks, like they don't know how to, I don't know. So like you could be coming in and dang, like I don't know, where am I getting like sorry, that this is like what I'm saying, okay? Like look, um and like if this is your story or not. Okay. But yeah, like they could be wanting to depend too much on you. All right, so that could be part of this energy over here. Let me see, let's see, what do we want to pull out over here? I wanted a clarifying card for them, like kind of see more about their intentions. So it's funny, I was like not planning on using this deck at all, and now I used it in the last pile, and I feel like, you know what, I think it's the deck that we need to use. Okay, so let me see if we can get any more insight into their intentions over here. Yeah. Okay, look, I'm even gonna pull one more. Yeah, okay, yeah. Look, uh you're confusing me. Fun. Availability check. And should we see other people? Okay. So back to this, like, yes, y'all could be having so much fun together. Like I said, that was like the first energy that I got. And you're confusing them too, because I think you yourself are confused, but they're confused about your confusion. Does that even make sense? It's kind of like you're like, yeah, let's do this, let's try this. No, I don't know if this is the right person for me. And they're picking up on that, okay? Availability check. I would say availability check for both of you, because for some of you, like you're less emotionally unavailable than you think you are. Like you might think you're ready for this next level of commitment, but there is some work that you're being asked to do within yourself as well. So, but I do definitely like your person's availability check. I do feel like I said they're trying to get their ducks in a row. They're trying to figure themselves out, and that could make them less physically available to you. They could be emotionally unavailable, mentally unavailable. Like I do get somebody who has a lot of emotional maturing to do. Okay. Like somebody who's very like regardless of like, right, like they could be 50 something or whatever, right? But like they still kind of act like just kind of young, go with the flow, and just kind of their sense of responsibility, not like, I'm not saying that that's a bad thing, right? But I'm kind of wondering whether that is what you are looking for, and that's what you need to ask yourself. So yeah, you have, should we see other people too? So like, I don't know, like this person, like I think like you're also asking that, and like this person is asking that as well. Like they're kind of wanting to know, like, are you committing or not? Are we going somewhere or not? What is happening over here? So I do feel like the decision is up to you. You're the one that has to figure out what's good for you, because I feel like this person will go along with whatever you decide. And right, because like they need so much taking care of, but that could put so much responsibility on you. And for others of you, like, yeah, like I don't get that they're the decision maker. I feel like it's just you. Like they're just gonna kind of, if you say, all right, let's try it. Like I said, I don't know how much, like I do feel like they're very focused on themselves, but they're like kind of go with it. But if you're like, this just isn't for me, they'll be like, okay, you know, like, all right, I'm gonna move on, you know, which which might tell you something about them, because like I said, I don't feel like they're necessarily like a bad person, but this could be somebody who is just kind of looking to be in a relationship, or like looking to be, they might have like codependency issues. Okay, that's something else that I'm getting. All right, actually, you know what, let's do this. No, where's my other deck? I'm looking for this one. There you go. Sorry, I like pulled out all my decks because I was like, let's be ready for this reading. I was really excited to do this. So I haven't been doing as many readings lately, and I've been sad about it. So anyway, I'm excited to be here with y'all. Yeah. Okay. Yep. All right. Look. I feel like this is just reiterating the like what we, right, for some of y'all, this is just a fling. This is just some fun times. Okay, reality check. Get real with yourself about what you want, you know, particularly those of you that were wondering, like, is this something that's sustainable and things like that, you know, figure it out, right? Because like I'm also getting like that energy of like, you might think like, oh, okay, they're just kind of down and out right now, but eventually we could kind of go somewhere together. And you know, that's not a guarantee. Like, you don't know that this person, how they're gonna get it together or when they're gonna get it together. So, you know, are you trying to, like, yeah, I mean, you know, like, that's up to you, you know, but I'm almost getting like, some of y'all need to be dating people that are where you want them to be. Actually, all of y'all should be dating people, all of us, right? All of us, everybody should be dating people that are where they want, like where we want them to be, right? Because if you can't live in the hope that things will change, you can't live in the hope that they're gonna switch things up, right? So I don't know, just kind of, I feel like reality check for you, reality check about the situation, and ask yourself if you're genuinely interested, because like I said, like for some of you, there's like something that this person's giving you that feels good and feels fun, but like, I don't know, like, are you just kind of, are you interested just in the fun? Like, are you, what are, like, what are you really looking for? What are you really interested in? Okay. I feel like I was going to pull something else and I forgot. All right. I'm going to go ahead and pull a last card over here from the Four Agreements, Oracle, and see any last messages. Whoa, wow. Okay, you know what, I just don't think those cards were for you. Hella cards just fell. All right, so you have nope. Wow, maybe you don't have any messages in this deck. Okay, you have don't overdo. Okay, always do your best, but don't overdo. When you overdo, you deplete your body and go against yourself, and it will take you longer to accomplish your goal, okay? Look, some of y'all are just doing too much for this person, okay? So I feel like this is like a little call, you know, and in general, okay, take this as it applies to your life. But I do feel like, you know, maybe like kind of try pulling back and see if your person steps up their game. So, I don't know. I'm going to go ahead and leave it there. All right, group number 2, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for joining me. If there were any messages for you here at all, I would absolutely love to hear from you. Your likes, comments, subscribes, everything truly helps. Lets me know there were messages here for you. Lets me know if you'd like to see more videos like this. So yeah, thank you and have a good one. All right. I'm gonna clean up, and I have some cards to pick up over here. Where did they go? Oh, my back. Goodness golly. All right. Okay. All right. Where are we? All right. I'm gonna actually take a sip of coffee because I need coffee and I love coffee. And coffee loves me. Does it love me? I don't know. All right, thank you. All right, hello group number 3, and welcome to your reading. We are asking about what is currently going on between you and the person on your mind. I'm going to start this reading by pulling a card asking about your energy, so we'll use this as an energy check. If this part of the reading makes sense to you, then you know that you are at the right place. If it doesn't, then please feel free to check out another group, although it's always possible there's no messages for you in this reading because that just happens sometimes. So you do have the Page of Cups showing up over here. This is the card that should have brought you to this reading. Wow, the card just flew out. What flew out? Let me see. But yeah, so when I put it up in the pile, I'll probably put it up upright, but you did get it reversed. All right, so I do want to kind of make that clear over here, because the Page of Cups reversed, what I'm seeing is that for some of you, like, you could be wanting to get something started, get something going. All right, like maybe you've encountered somebody that you might even feel a connection with. Okay, with the Page of Cups, I'm getting like a lot of fun times. Maybe you've been flirting, having a little bit of fun, but there's something keeping you from charging forward. You know, like there is maybe like a little bit of fear, a little bit of, like, I don't know, some of y'all might just not feel ready to commit at this moment, okay? Because the reversal is telling me that you're more interested in, you know, kind of, worried about how you're taking care of yourself, which you should be, right? Like, you should, you know, worry about yourself. But it's also telling me a little bit of emotional withdrawal, or lack of kind of being willing to share your feelings, share yourself, to fully embark into something, okay? So, yep. Wow. Reinforcing that energy. Yep. Wow. Yeah. All right. All right. Let's see. Wow. Okay. Okay. Ooh. Okay. I'm going to start with you over here, because this is just reinforcing that. And you have the Ace of Cups showing up reversed for you, like in your deep within. And then the Creator showing up reversed in how you are showing up. Okay, so these are two energies of starting fresh, of potential, of opportunities. The Ace of Cups is, right, like the universe kind of saying, hey, you know, you kind of have a little chance at love over here, or you could have the potential to meet somebody. Like for some of you, so I did intend this to be like the person on your mind kind of reading, but for some of you, I'm even getting like the person on your mind might be somebody that you're not even talking to right now, because I feel like they're thinking about talking to you, but you're not quite reaching out, like you're not quite connected. And it could even be something that didn't work out, like something that like kind of, you know, because the Ace of Cups is all about getting something started, but the reversal can also indicate disillusionments, like things that just didn't pan out, seeds that weren't, you know, nourished and grown over here, right? Potential that wasn't followed through on. So I do feel like, you know, like you want to create something, but you're holding yourself back. And you know, I want to ask a little bit more. Can we know, like what is it that's holding you back? Like for some of you, you might already know what these fears are, right? Like everything on your side over here is showing up reversed. Your person's showing up like upright over here, but it's like you're the one hesitating, you're the one debating whether you want to charge forward. Like I feel like you're the one that's like not ready. So let's see what else pops up over here. You have, yeah, okay, like okay. Okay, so for some of you, it's very much like past relationships. Yeah, past relationships, past relationship dynamics. Okay, it's like there's this energy of like, okay, for some of you, I feel like you may have rushed into things before, and in turn that could have caused a lack of balance, that could have caused things to just like not work out. You could have gone through some relationships that were very deep and intense, and kind of changed up your whole approach to love over here. And there's a need to like release past experiences, release past hurts over here, in order to truly embark into something new and something different. Okay, because the Creator has so much potential. The Ace of Cups, it has so much potential, right, to build what it is that you actually want, but you have to be willing to put in the work. And some of y'all are, you know, it could just be that you just need some more time to heal, and some more time to kind of process your own situation. You know, I feel like some of y'all are resisting doing the inner work. Some of y'all are like resisting working on yourselves. And like, you know, take that if it makes sense to you. Don't, if it doesn't make sense to you, then, you know, no. But it's like, I don't know, like, you know, and I don't mean this in a shaming way, by the way. You know, sometimes it's like, well, we're so caught up in our, you know, day-to-day life that we don't have time for self-reflection. We don't have time to sit with our feelings. We don't have time to, you know, so I don't mean this in any way, like, you know, why are you doing the work? You know, like, I'm not scolding you or saying like, you know, like, you know, sometimes it's just like we can't even put ourselves in that position. So, you know, like don't like, I'm not shaming anybody, okay? Is what I want to say. Nonetheless, you know, like there is this reminder that you have the resources, okay? Like if you are ready, when you are ready, you have the possibility to transform your love life. You have the possibility to create what it is that you actually want. You know, the Ace of Cups over here is a promise that you could create something, and the creator has everything that they need, okay? And I feel the need to remind you that it's not like you need to be 100% healed, because that does not happen. We're never, you know, you never achieve, like, it's not a level that you achieve, right? Or it's not like a status that you achieve. You don't get a gold star, you're like, I'm healed. And I feel the need to tell you all this because I've definitely encountered those people out there that are like, I'm healed, I'm fixed, or kind of like, no, I already, like, I killed my ego. Oh, I like worked on my inner child, like, and it's like, that should be a red flag. Okay, like if anybody kind of comes at you with that stuff like that, it's like, we're never done healing, okay? And I want to remind that, you know, to you as well, right? Because healing is a lifelong process, and you know, like where you are is perfectly okay, right? And what you have the capacity for is perfectly okay over here. But know that you have the resources to work on your own healing, right? That, you know, the knowledge that you're carrying, you know, the emotions that you're carrying, right? Whether they're happy feelings or sad feelings, guess what? All of that is just like a bunch of resources, right, that like you have that are telling you something about what you want, right? Even allowing yourself to sit with the disillusionment, or sit with the sadness, or sit with things that didn't work out, and saying, whoa, well, that actually taught me that I need a person like this, or that actually taught me that I want a relationship that has blank, right? And just kind of honoring where you are at as well. Like when you are ready, know that there is so much potential for creation for you over here. I want to pull a little card from my deck of self-care as well. All right. So you have follow. Okay, follow the cycles of the moon. You have, what is that? 14 with sip and 8 with hugs. Okay, so I want to start with this one, and I'll tell you why I cackled. My witch cackle, because following the cycles of the moon, you know, for me, like, you know, it can be, the reason I created this card is because it can be a way to help you access your feelings, particularly if you feel like you have difficulty processing your feelings or kind of recognizing what you're feeling. It could just be a way to open up that door to help you cycle, so you could start, right, like maybe following the new moon cycle or the full moon cycles, right? For some of you, it could be like journaling. You know, you don't have to journal every day, but it could be like journaling or leaving yourself a voice memo, right? Like today, my day was like this, and then paying attention. Oh, today the moon was a waxing crescent, or today the moon was in Leo, or the moon was in Cancer, or whatever, and I'm feeling this sort of way, right? It doesn't even have to be super thorough. It could be like a one sentence thing and a recognition of where the cycles of the moon are. And my intention with this, right, like the way that I thought about it, is that even when you are first creating and first starting to establish those patterns or following those cycles, you might not have a deep understanding of what's happening, but later on you might recognize, oh wow, every time that the moon is in Cancer, I'm feeling a little extra weepy. Or every time that the moon is in Aries, I'm more prone to whatever, right? Like, you know, whatever it is, whatever pattern it is that you notice for yourself. And you don't have to figure that out right away, but following the cycles of the moon could be a way for you to get in touch with your emotions, a way for you to get in touch with your intuition, and help you process and kind of cycle through, like, you know, like the things that are like kind of in the back of your mind that you seem to be suppressing over here, okay? With, you know, oh, I love this. Okay, so you have like this temperance and strength, okay? So definitely, you know, balance trying to come into you. With the strength card, like I feel like some of y'all are having a difficult time being vulnerable or showing your vulnerabilities, and the strength card wants you to be willing to say, like, kind of, you know, maybe talk about your feelings, find those good friends. For some of you, you might be seeking like counseling or a therapist, not being afraid, like having no shame in that as well, okay? like knowing that being vulnerable is actually true strength, right? Because like there's no strength in going about life just kind of like not having feelings and not facing our fears, right? Like that's just kind of, you're fine, right? Like when we face our fears, that's when we show how truly brave we are. That's how we show how strong we truly are. Okay, so but don't be afraid to get in touch with your soft side. Okay, ask for a hug if you need for a hug. Okay, do things that make you feel good. Okay, little things for self-care. Like, yes, I put like sip and like kind of beverages, right? Maybe going out for tea with your friends, going out for coffees, going out for beers, right? Just kind of maybe socializing as well. But also like just doing things that bring you joy, all right? Kind of put yourself in that path of joy again, okay? And goodness golly, I haven't even gotten into your person. Whew, because I feel like there's so much within you happening right now, okay? Group 3, but you know, with your person, let's see, like I feel like whoever this is on your mind, I'm gonna go back to this. I feel like this is somebody that you're not maybe talking to a lot right now, but they want to tell you something. They could be a Capricorn, they could be an earth sign. You know, that would be Virgo or Taurus as well. Somebody that you work with, maybe like somebody, you know, this is somebody I'm getting who might be a gift giver, somebody who kind of shows their affection and their attention toward you by giving you little things, taking care of you, wanting to kind of support you in a material sense as well. And like I said, I don't, well, you know, let's ask. Where's my deck? I have so many decks out here. Where are they? Okay, let's ask like why there might have been some disconnection over here, because I feel like this person wants to reach out to you and tell you something. I do feel like they've been working on themselves and they want to kind of come at you, trying to offer you something new and something different with this Ace of Swords. Communication, just kind of keep an eye out for communication. Yeah, they're taking action toward you. Okay, take it slow. Okay. Ugh. Okay, I hate going into like X energies. But you know, it's the reality of the world we live in. Okay, but for some of you, this is a reconciliation with somebody. This could be that you know, look, you do what's good for you, okay? I think that's why this reading focused so much on you, okay? Because this reconciliation is kind of, y'all are gonna do what you want to do, but there is a potential. There could be somebody that is wanting to fix something with you, and they could be coming, right? Like trying to offer something, trying to like with a peace offering, with a material gift, with like saying, hey, you know, this is my new game plan for this. And you know, with the slow down, it's funny, like action and slow down. So I feel like they're gonna be coming in, and for some of y'all, like you could, yeah, didn't I say that like how many minutes ago? Like some of y'all could have rushed into something before, and that could have been part of why things were a little bit chaotic. So you're being asked to slow down this time around, okay? Kind of assess the situation, take it slow, like let your person prove themselves to you over here, okay? And yeah, you know, just kind of, you know, like, yeah, take it slow. Like I want to go back to this, like be ready for yourself, okay? I want to see like what do they want to tell you? What do they want to tell you? Sometimes, yeah, sorry, I'm like I'm just seeing, whoa, okay. All right, wow, so it's so funny. Let's take it slow, and this connection destabilizes me. You know what, I'm gonna leave them here, okay? But I want to kind of shuffle. Oh, I look for you wherever I go. Okay. Yeah. Like I'm telling you, I feel like this person's like not super in your life right now, or there could be like limited communication. That's why they, but you know, like, sorry, with the slow down, like that could be what they're coming in, right? Like maybe they're like, hey, you know, we kind of rushed into things before and it was very destabilizing. So I want to take it slow now. Okay. Like that could be part of what they're telling you right now. Okay. Do we do one more? I feel like that was the message, but you know, fuck it, let's do one more. Let's make things right. Yep. Okay, yeah, so they definitely want to fix things, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and leave it there for you, group 3. If there was anything for you in this reading at all, I would absolutely love to hear from you. Your likes, comments, subscribes. Everything truly helps. Let me know if you'd like to see more readings like this, what kind of videos I should make. So yeah, please feel free to, you know, like share your thoughts, share my videos. Thank you for sharing your energy with me, and I hope to see you again sometime. All right, I am gonna clean this up over here. Where did I put these? I don't know. Sorry, I have like so many decks out here. I'm gonna take a sip of coffee. What's in my coffee? It's a bubble. Mm. Group number 4. Somebody's trying to reach out. I feel like multiple people are trying to reach out to you. All right. Sorry. Let me get this ready. Okay, let me get into group number 4 mode over here. Okay. All right. I feel like I need more coffee. All right, hello group number 4, and welcome to your reading. We are going to start this reading by asking about your current energy. So if this part of the reading does not make sense to you, then please feel free to check out another group. This should be the card that brought you to this reading. So yeah, but like I said, if this part doesn't make sense, check out another group. It's always possible that there is no messages for you in this reading, because that just happens sometimes. All right. Trust yourself above everything. And I say that really looking this High Priestess, like it's so funny, like right before your reading, I felt very distracted. Like I'm like some of y'all could be, I don't know, like having a lot of communication, maybe kind of like just, I feel like some of y'all have more than one person on your mind, all right? Like, or you could be distracted by a lot of things over here. And it was like interesting. And then like all of a sudden, like I saw the High Priestess, and now I can't look away. Like I'm just very enthralled by the High Priestess. I feel like some of y'all could have found somebody that you find suddenly very enticing, and you're like, kind of going about your everyday life, and you're like, whoa, who's that? And that's the person that you're asking about. And for some of you, it could be conversely, like you're just kind of going about your everyday life, and somebody like caught you, caught you, whoa, caught your eye, caught their eye is what I meant to say, like, and they were like, who's that? I want to talk to them, okay? With the High Priestess, I do feel like, you are very, you're being asked to like pay attention to your intuition at this time. Pay attention to like yourself. I do feel like you have a lot of options, okay? Like when it comes to dating, like I said, I feel like, I don't know, like you're not limiting yourself, like the High Priestess, right? Like they have access to everything around them. And I feel like when it comes to your love life, you're very much considering what it is that you want, considering what your options truly are, what you want to create, and things like that. So like, I mean, personally, I would say like, that's great, right? Like do what's good for you. Okay. Ouch. Wow. All right. Now, why did I say ouch? Because I'm not trying to do X readings here, but there is no denying with the 6 of Cups that you could have a past energy that you are either thinking about or that is showing up for you as well. Okay, I feel like this isn't, like I said, I feel like this is not the only energy. I feel like I said, like you have options, and you're being asked to consider your options, okay? The Page of Pentacles and the King of Pentacles are showing up reversed for you over here. This is your innermost. This is how you're showing up, okay? Things showing up for you. This is more like about the person on your mind. And with the reversals of the Pentacles, I feel like you're being asked to slow down, right? Like even the Knight of Pentacles, it's the slowest knight in the deck. Even though it's continuing to charge forward, even though it's working towards something, it's taking its time, and it's making sure that it's, laying the groundwork in order to arrive with something fruitful, in order to create something strong and meaningful, right? Something that you can see, something that's tangible. And for some of you, I feel like there's still a lot of learning that you need to do around what it is that you want to create, okay? The Page of Pentacles, okay, like I'm going to say, like, I feel like some of y'all might have previously, okay, I'm not getting like that this is now. I feel like that in your past you may have rushed to try to create something, right? Like maybe you committed to somebody way too fast, maybe you tried to establish a home way too quickly, maybe you became, right, like like a spouse for someone, in actions, not in name. Like maybe you weren't literally married, right, but you were doing everything that a spouse might do. And it's like now you're kind of taking a step back and saying, whoa, 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 right? Like that there's learning that I need to do, or you're being asked to take a step back in your future relationship. So I do feel like scoping out scoping out the saints, scoping out the honeys, figuring out like what the options are is what you're being asked to do. Okay. For those of you that are, this person that you're thinking about is somebody from your past. I'm just gonna say, like, with the Six of Cups, I would say, like, be very mindful. Okay, be very mindful of what they're presenting, be very mindful of what they're doing for you, because the reversal isn't necessarily inspiring confidence. Okay, I feel like like, I don't know, like, let me see what else pops up. Okay, you have long-term surprise. Goodness golly, what is this? Okay. All right, look. It's like so weird. Oh, okay. I see it. Okay. So this is why the high priestess is showing up. Okay. Because you need to get so in touch with your intuition. You need to really acknowledge those feelings. Okay. Because like I'm getting the icky feeling. I'm getting like, I don't know. I don't really quite trust this person. Right. Like there's just something that's a little bit off about it. But your person could be coming to you, right? Like all of a sudden, maybe they've been working on something, trying to offer you something. Okay. And they could be coming, toward you. Like this could be, trying to turn a crush into something long term. This could be like they're offering all of a sudden something. They want to give you something, like some sort of surprise over here. Or you could be like encountering this person from your past out of nowhere. And then it might like throw you off and you're like, whoa, 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 what's like happening, And the thing is that trust what your intuition is telling you, okay? And I say this for better or for worse. Like if some of y'all are finding this person and you're like, oh my gosh, like this actually feels really nice and it's so nice to see them and it's so nice to talk to them, like great, cool, like you do you. But for some of you, it's like you might be like, oh, that was like a really nice chat, but I kind of want to go now, or something doesn't feel quite right, or they're offering me all of these things. They're telling me they want to go, steady, or they're telling me that, they're, kind of showing up and coming and like coming in and with something, but then they're kind of backing off. All right. Like I do feel like your person over here has been working on something, but they're very focused on themselves. All right. So for some of you, it's like, I don't know, like I feel like, right, because like the knight is facing this way, like toward them, and that's making me think like they might kind of come through and then detach, and it leaves you feeling a little bit doubting yourself, and that's where your intuition kicks in. That's where you're like, what is happening? Like, do I want to put energy into this? Yeah, just kind of, be mindful about this. Like I do feel like you're being asked to focus on yourself, like just like this person is kind of focused on themselves, the reversals over here are telling me, okay, there is something that you still need to learn about what you want to create for yourself. Don't be so quick to give yourself, because I feel like you are like this King of Pentacles, where maybe you've yourself been working on, and it's funny because it's like you're showing up as king, your person is showing up as knight. There's definitely like a difference where you've been doing more work for yourself and creating more for yourself than your person has at this moment. And you might feel ready, right? Like, you know what? I am ready to take care of business. I am ready to take care of others and kind of put myself out there, and you want to combine something. But when you combine the king and the knight, right? Like, it's not necessary, right? Like, there's more over here, right? Like, this person has more. This court card has more than the knight. So it might just not be like, it's not like a counterpart, I guess is what I want to say, right? Like that you kind of work together and elevate each other. So I do feel like don't be so quick to give yourself away or give your resources away. Okay. Like this is like really random side note for some of you. If it's not necessarily this person, like there could be like somebody that's kind of like asking you for money, and I just feel like they need to tell you that it's okay to say no, or I don't have enough, or whatever. I don't know. So really, it feels really random. Okay. But yes. Okay. So kind of, like make sure that you're taking care of your needs, like know that it's not selfish, know that it's not, right? Like it's not like you're, how do I say this? Like for some of y'all, I feel like you might even have some plights or struggles around taking care of your physical needs, right? Like putting some money into your self-care, or putting some money into like working, like doing what works for you, right? And it's like, right now is the time to do that, or at least that's what, you know, the messages that you're getting here. Obviously, you know, check your budget is what I would say, right? Like, don't overspend, don't overdo it. But that energy should be going toward you. And for some of you, there's so much learning to do around what it is that you want to create. Like, you might feel like you're ready to charge towards something, but there's still something that needs a little bit more refinement. There's still something that needs a little bit more clarification, because it's like you're getting ready to act, and that's why you're being asked to slow down, because maybe you've been acting, but then you're acting towards something that you're unclear, right? So this could look like getting into a relationship where you're like, yeah, we'll figure it out on the way, but then and if that's how you want to live and that's what works for you, great, wonderful. It works for a lot of people, right? But I feel like for you, then you end up feeling dissatisfied, or like this person is not meeting you, and then, you know, you're like, you know, like, what happened, right? And it's because you weren't clear about your expectations. You weren't clear about what it was that you wanted to create. So get clear with yourself about what it is that you want to strive toward, so that then your person can truly come in and meet you. So I'm going to go ahead and pull a couple of cards over here from my little deck of self-care. See what other messages you have showing up for you, group number 4. All right. And you have eat orange, you have check yourself, and you have right. Okay. Oh, I love this because, okay, so like ones indicate new beginnings and 10s indicate closing of cycles. And so I feel like you're wrapping up something. You could be wrapping up a cycle. Like for some of you, like this person that you're thinking about is actually going to help you wrap up some sort of cycle around where you've maybe been giving too much of yourself, or where you haven't been met, and you're finally standing up for yourself and what it is that you want to create over here. With the right card, this is magician energy. This is about you manifesting what it is that you want. Okay, so yeah, kind of back to this energy. For those of you that need to figure out what it is that you want, you know, you can start like writing about it, journaling, thinking about, maybe you don't have to have all the answers, right? Like maybe you don't need to know the details of what you want in your love life, but you might know, oh, well, I want somebody that I can travel with, or I want somebody that wants to live in the city, or I want somebody that wants to, you know, buy a farm somewhere, right? Like, I don't know, like whatever it is that looks like for you. Like, you don't need to know the details and the how of what it's gonna happen, but kind of start manifesting for yourself. Okay, you could start by writing, you know, in poem form and journaling form, you know, just kind of put your thoughts out there. Okay, allow the stream of consciousness like to just like flow through you. Okay, I do feel like with the Wheel of Fortune, you have a change of luck. You know, it's like as you're willing to kind of close past cycles, anything in the past over here with the 6 of Cups that needs healing, like you're going to be able to welcome in this like new fortune, this level up over here. Okay, you have, check yourself, that mishap. What did you learn from it? Forgive and move on. Some of y'all are in need of like forgiving this person and moving on from them. Okay, consider what it taught you and what it taught you about your needs, and let, you know, like forgive and move on. Okay, you also have eat orange. This is aligned to your sacral chakra, so this is the energy of creativity. Once again, you know, getting in touch with the things that maybe you don't know what you want to create. Maybe you don't know what it is that you're trying to build over here. So getting in touch with your sacral chakra can help you figure out, right? What is it that inspires you? What is it that makes you feel good? What is it that you want to charge toward? And, you know, kind of finding that balance in that chakra could be helpful at this moment. Eating orange food, carrots, mangoes, peppers, citrus, sweet potatoes, cinnamon, pumpkin. Okay. Sorry, I just thought of like pie. But, yeah, all right. Like eat some orange foods too. Like that can help activate your sacral chakra. All right. Is that all I have for you? I think that's all I have for you, group 4. All right. yeah, was it gonna, yeah, right. If there was anything for you in here at all, please feel free to let me know. Your likes, comments, subscribes, everything truly helps. Lets me know that there were messages here for you and lets me know if you would like to see more videos like this. Thank you for being here and sharing your energy with me, and take care of yourself. Bye. All right. Do we do one more? Um, all right. I think, oh, I forgot to. Okay. Sorry, y'all. I'm just like talking to myself, but I don't want to pause the video because then, um, if I stop in between readings, I don't know. I just kind of wanted to keep going because then it's kind of hard to come back. So, all right, I'm going to take a sip of my coffee and then we'll move on to group number 5. Sorry if you can hear my gulping. I once had an ex who was very, like, sorry, like, yeah, he would like yell at me about my gulping. Like, that's so disgusting, that's so gross. Blah, blah, blah. Anyway, why am I telling you that? I don't know. Did you hear that? I don't know. I hope nobody heard that. I hope you just jumped straight to group 5. Hello, group 5, and welcome to your reading. I am starting this reading by pulling a card asking about your current energy. This is the card that should have brought you here. And if this part of the reading does not make sense to you, please feel free to check out one of the other groups. Although it is possible that there is no messages for you in this reading because that just happens sometimes. Now, you do have the 6 of Swords showing up for you here, reversed, all right? So I'm going to say the 6 of Swords is all about moving on to something new, leaving the rocky waters, leaving the things that haven't worked out for something different. And sometimes that means, you know, like not knowing where you're heading. Sometimes that means like kind of just taking a leap of faith. Sometimes that means trusting that whatever's on the other side is going to, you know, be what you're looking for. Kind of, you know, I'm really sorry, one of like my favorite sayings from a song, but you know, all of the immediate unknowns are better than knowing this tired and lonely fate. And I feel like there's this desire that you have to charge towards something new, but there is something that keeps holding you back. There is something that is keeping you from truly moving on and truly charging forward. And with the 5 of Swords showing up over here, it feels like it's very mental. Okay, there could be ideas that you have about what you want. There could be ideas that you have about what it is that you're looking for that are not your own. Okay, it's almost like sneaky thoughts that, you know, maybe family imposed on you, that friends kind of imposed on you, like you should be married by now, or you know, like you should strive to buy a house here, or you should whatever, right? Like have 2.5 kids, I don't know, whatever, right? Like that's such an old thing, huh? Like 2.5 kids, what is that, like from what generation? But anyway, like, yeah, sorry. But the point over here though is that you are being asked to sit with your thoughts about what it is that you want your love life to look like, you know, and kind of detach from any expectations that were placed on you. You know, for some of you, it's not even like a person or a family or friends, although I do get that. I feel like it is kind of like there's one person, right? Like, I mean, it could be like a parent figure, it could be a sibling, it could be a family, a friend, you know, like it doesn't matter who it is. But I do feel like there's kind of someone like, you know, like whispering in your ear, like, whoa, like, why are you doing this? Like, la la la, like kind of like they're not even, I don't know, like they're just kind of planting these seeds in your head. It's not even like they're telling you, for some of you, like you should have this, but it's kind of like, oh well, when I had my first child, my whole like life changed, or when I moved to the city, I don't know, whatever, right? Like I don't know, I don't know, right? Like, but I feel like, I don't know, I'm just getting some like sneaky vibes over here that are holding you back, okay? And kind of keeping you from following your heart and following something new and something different. So that is the main work over here. that you're being asked to focus on. What do you want your love life to look like? What do you want your romantic life to look like? Do you want, right, like a lifelong partner? Do you want to, enjoy yourself? And like, I'm even getting like this whole, like, I don't know, like for some of you, you might not even want like a partnership or like a long-term partnership. Like you're kind of like, you know what, I want to do me, I want to travel, I want to go see the world and kind of escape my head over here, at least for now. And like significant others or partnership and things like that are almost like neither here nor there. Okay, or like, I don't know, like some of y'all, I feel like you could be looking for, like flings, looking for some fun times, or you could be trying to figure out if you are looking for some flings or fun times. Like, I know it sounds really weird because I feel like this sense of you taking this time to be with yourself, taking this time to rest and recover. Some of y'all could be, coming, from, like I said, right? Like these ideas that were imposed on you, these expectations that were placed on you that you're like starting to slowly deviate from, or like that you're starting to detach from, but you haven't quite fully let go. So you're kind of like, I'm going to take a step back until I know what it is that I want to charge toward. And with the Page of Cups, I do see that I feel like you're looking for something light and something fun. And look, I'm not telling you how to live your life, but it kind of feels like that's where you kind of should be over here. Like you do see the Knight of Wands showing up over here. And what I'm getting, so it's really interesting because like okay, I'm gonna tell you. So the Knight of Wands, right, it's very passionate, it's very fiery, it's here and there. Like this is intended to be like what's coming your way. You have a court card here, so I'm like, okay, automatically it's a person. Okay, so like y'all could be like the reason you're here, it's like you're asking about this person. It could be somebody that you had a fling with, somebody that you maybe like, I feel like maybe there wasn't even like a full-on like emotional or physical interaction. Like I'm getting like kind of like chilling somewhere talking and whatever, and you're like, oh, that was like a weird sparky connection over here. And you're kind of wondering, like what's happening. Okay, like that's for some of you. Okay, for others of you, like it could just be somebody that you do vibe with, but you're wondering what's happening. And the thing about the Knight of Wands is that it comes and it goes, right? It's here and it's there. And usually I would take the reversal as like, I don't know, like it depends on the kind of reading, right? Like, but what I'm really thinking about is that when I see the Knight of Wands reversed in a non-love reading, I think about how it's more about going steady, right? Like not burning yourself out, not tiring yourself out, not being too hasty, right? Because the Knight of Wands can be a little bit hasty, a little bit here and there, and a little bit, like, I don't know, like maybe like starting fires, all right? If they're not careful about where they're putting all their passion and creativity, okay? So the reason I'm bringing that up is because in a love reading, typically, right, like with the Knight of Wands, I'm like, I don't know, I don't like that energy. Or typically it's more of like somebody that kind of came in and is gone and like just kind of maybe left you feeling unsettled, all right? But here, what I'm getting more than anything is like, this could be somebody that, like, I don't know, I feel like somebody over here is kind of trying to like have fun with you and take it slow and things like that. Like they don't want to burn this bridge with you. Like this person that you're thinking about, I feel like they're more like, I feel the passion too. I feel the excitement. I feel like, I feel like the potential, right? And they don't want to fully let go. And that's why I feel like this Four of Swords is here, because they're kind of chilling. Maybe they're like not acting too much, but I do feel like they're thinking about your connection and they're thinking about like kind of, I feel like having some light times over here, which I feel like you are looking for as well. With this Page of Cups showing up here, there's like I do feel like you want, how do I say this? Okay, look, I'm just gonna, sorry, it's 'cause, okay. Okay, I'm like blushing. I'm gonna tell you what. The thing is that I'm really getting heavy like hookup energy, all right, or heavy like fun time. Like, this isn't something super deeply rooted or serious, kind of like with the person that you're thinking about. And it's making me blush because I don't know, I have issues, I guess. But I feel like you're looking, like, if you are looking for something, is like part of the reason that you might be kind of debating whether you want to like hook up or kind of have that interaction with somebody, and why I feel like neither of you is really acting on it, like you're kind of like debating it, is because you also want it to be a little bit emotional. I feel like you're not looking for a deep emotional connection, right? Like, it's not like you're trying to be over here, King of Cups, trying to make things happen, get into a relationship. You're over here showing up, Page of Cups, very flirty, very lighthearted, like, let's have some fun. But you don't want it to feel like it's completely lusty, right? Like, you actually, it's kind of like, we hang out and we kind of like have fun and we put some emotion into it, and we like, and then we know that it is what it is, right? But like, you like, I don't know, I'm getting like just kind of like this basic respect, like this basic, like, how do I say this? I don't know. Like, this is really weird. Sorry, I'm like not very familiar with this culture, like hookup culture. But like, I feel like that's kind of what's waiting for you. Like, while you are kind of resting, while you're taking a step back, while you are figuring things out, I feel like that's what's trying to come your way. Something that isn't solely lustful, but it's also not deeply emotional, right? It's almost kind of like yes, you and your person might know what it is that you are like, that you are in, right? Like, I'm getting like a friends with benefit maybe sort of situation, and then like you just kind of leave it there. Actually, not, I wouldn't even say like friends with benefits. It's kind of like acquaintances with benefits, like, and you're kind of like, yeah, let's hang out, and then you guys have like a really fun time and just kind of like chill and stuff, but neither of you is really trying to make it more. I do feel like, if you are looking for more and if you're looking for something deeper, this is like not the connection for you, because I don't feel like this person is going to be committing to you. And that's the thing, that I feel like you're not, like, and if you are, this is not your reading. Okay. But I do feel like like this isn't gonna be, I feel like this is going to be really nice for the time being. This is going to be like one of those, like, it is what it is. It'll give you some time, like, I'm getting like, even, like, oh, kind of coming together, like having fun, and then having fun, and then like chilling, resting, like even cuddling. And then it's like, okay, bye, see you next month or whatever. I don't know, right? I don't know. Like, with this. So if you're looking for something different, like, this person is not for you, okay? Because I feel like that's kind of the essence of this dynamic over here. So ask yourself if that's what you're trying to invite and what it is that you want here. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and let's see. I don't even know, like, let's see. Let's do self-care, all right? Because I do feel like you are very focused on you at this moment. So let's do a little deck of self-care, see what other messages you have showing up over here. Group number 5. Yeah, basic needs. Find a mirror. I am safe and I am protected. Okay, so yes, all right. Little things that you can do for self-care. I'm going to start with basic needs, okay? Make sure that your basic needs are being met, particularly with the 4 swords over here. I would say, like, how are your sleeping habits, okay? How are you feeding yourself? How are you hydrating yourself? I wrote shelter, okay, but also like your space, is your space clean? Is your space feeling safe? Do you feel comfortable where it is that you're at? Like that sort of thing as well. Okay, make sure that your basic needs, that you're paying attention to that. Okay. You have Emperor energy with I am safe and I am protected. All right, so I do feel like, okay, so Emperor energy, right? It's like, take charge, like kind of go, like try something new, something different. Okay, more 4 energy of like, I do feel like, allow yourself, because I feel like some of y'all are in a rush, or like you really want to charge towards something new, but, and it's like the potential is there. It is going to happen. You will be able to move on, but don't rush out of don't rush into something new or something different until you're ready. Okay, like the Four of Swords does want you to be clear, and you know, like the Emperor energy is like saying, yeah, you're gonna be able to do this, you're gonna be able to find something different. But you know, it's okay where you are at. Like, don't get mad at yourself or don't get frustrated with yourself. Okay, side note that I'm getting over here, you know, whatever it is that you're doing, particularly because like, okay, because I was getting like the whole hookup thing. Sorry, hook up. Sorry, gosh, why am I so bad at talking about stuff like this? Anyway, make sure you're safe and protected. Okay, like I hope you know what that means, and if you don't, I really hope you know what that means. Okay, and then like find a mirror. Okay, so this is High Priestess energy. Okay, like trust yourself above everything. Okay, but find a mirror. Tell yourself the things that you like about yourself. Okay, you know, you're growing. Recognize that you're changing. You're shifting. Like where you are at. Like you're perfect as you are. You know, it's like something that I'm really hearing for you over here. And you know what? I feel like pulling, you know, I haven't used this deck at all, but I feel the need to pull from my little mantra arcana deck for you. So let's do that. Okay. Let's see, what mantra do you have right now? Particularly thinking about, you know, like finding a mirror and telling yourself something, like maybe a mantra. Oh, okay. You have, I satiate my needs with intention and moderation. Okay. This is an energy. Oh, sorry. That's so funny because you know, like kind of what I was saying about your basic needs being met. And you know, I want to say, you know, like sometimes we dismiss that physical intimacy is a basic need. Okay, so like, you know, like as long as you're safe and protected, don't deny yourself, right? Like because it could, you know, being intimate with somebody, like even if you're not ready for a big emotional commitment, like that's still a part of you kind of taking care of yourself, as long as you're doing things with intention and moderation, right? So be very intentional, like this is what I'm willing to put in. Make sure that you're very clear about boundaries and things like that. Like don't overdo it is something else that I would say, right? Like this doesn't mean like, you know, go and, you know, like put yourself in reckless situations or go and, you know, like overdo the sleep or overdo the eating, overdo, right? Like it's all about moderation. Okay, but do satiate your needs with intention and moderation. That's your mantra at this time. Okay. I'm with you. Group number 5. This is a really interesting reading. So let me know if there was any messages for you here at all. You don't even have to tell me the group. Just give me like, I don't know, like please let me know, because this felt kind of like I'm still like blushing. You know, let me know if there was anything for you here at all. I would absolutely love to hear from you. All right, best wishes with everything you do. Take care of yourself, and yeah, thank you. All right. I'm gonna do one last group here. Let me pick these up, and we're gonna do one last group. Group number 6. Okay. Hello, group number 6, and welcome to your reading, asking about the person on your mind. We are starting here by asking about your current energy. So if this part of the reading does not make sense to you or sound like you, please feel free to check out a different group. Although it is possible that there are no messages for you in this reading, because that just happens sometimes. But yeah, this should be the card that brought you here. I'm gonna say you'll probably have seen this upright, but you have the Page of Discs showing up reversed in this reading. Okay, now with the Page of Discs, okay, there is this energy of wanting to start something new, wanting to start something different, wanting to, I'm feeling like materialize something, right? Like you want to feel it, you want to see it, right? Like you're not just kind of wanting to have that cute feeling with a person, like you're wanting to like know, like where is this going, where are we, like are we going to eventually move in, are we going on dates, are we hanging out, right? Like kind of like you want to feel it in your everyday life, you want to feel it in your material realm, and you might be feeling very confused about the potential for this and wondering what it is that you are able to create with this person. And honestly, I'm gonna say, like, because the Page of Discs, this is your energy, and pages are very willing to try something new and something different, but the reversal to me is telling me that some of y'all don't really know what it is that you're looking for. You know, like you don't know if you want to have something, you know, like do you want to like, you know, go steady. What did I say? Go steady. But like, you know, like, do you want to be exclusive with this person? Do you want to just have fun? Are you thinking about the next steps, meeting their friends, meeting their family? Like you like there's some clearing up that you need to do within yourself, because I feel like that's part of what's happening here, like that the chaos is within you. So let's see what else we have showing up for you over here. Yeah, you have the Two of Cups showing up reversed. You have the Ten of Swords showing up. Yep. You have the Ace of Wands. Goodness golly. And the Eight of Cups. Wow. Okay. Whew. All right. You know, I want to say, you know, I don't know where all of this, the last pile, the last group was also very lusty. Okay. With this Ace of Wands, some of y'all, the person that you're asking about, it could very much be like a lusty connection, somebody who's okay, sorry. For a lot of you, y'all are caught up in something that is very fun, but it's keeping you from bigger, better things. It's keeping you from moving on to something new, to something different. Okay, the only card that showed up right was the Ace of Wands. Okay, this is, you know, something exciting and passionate, and the potential for something, right, like really, really fun, a new beginning, right? But in a love reading in particular, right, it could denote, you know, just like a lot of lust. You know, if you don't take care of this, like what's gonna happen? And just like, look, everything else is reversed, okay? And you have some very significant cards, like whoa, like sorry, I feel the energy. It's like this sense of like, I feel like this person is not letting you go. Like this person is keeping you trapped. They've got you all tangled up, and for some of you, like they got you all tangled up through physical connection, through intimacy, by giving you what you need temporarily, right? But like then they don't really come through. You know, I feel like this is somebody that's been in your energy for a long time, and the universe is begging you to close up these cycles, okay? These cycles, okay? I do feel like this is very much like for some of you, like it's not even just about this person, okay? Like this is cycles that you keep finding yourself in from a lot of past relationships. All right, it's like this person is actually showing you something that you've experienced before, or it could be repeating a pattern that you've been in before, okay? But I do feel like this person, so like, how do I say this? Is like, so these ideas, these patterns, these things in your subconscious over here, like something that you need out of relationships over here that this person's giving you, right? Like, but like they're not giving you enough, right? It's what's keeping you trapped, okay? But nonetheless, like it is very much like this person. I feel like if you are able to release yourself from this specific person, this is actually going to help you close deeper cycles, because by releasing this person, and I'm sorry if this is not what you wanted to hear, okay? Like I am sorry if I don't know, like I feel like the sense of like disappointment or disillusionment, but you know, like I'm reading the cards here, and my hope here is to give you information that, you know, like will help you propel forward towards something that ultimately feels good, okay? And I do feel like wrapping up the cycle, because you have the Ten of Swords showing up reverse, which is saying, come on baby, like let's do it, let's close this cycle so that we can truly welcome in something new and something different. Tens narrow down into ones, new opportunity, new communication coming your way, new way of seeing the world, you being wiser over here, starting a new cycle a lot smarter, a lot more well aware, a lot more prepared, right, to like share your like to share your feelings, to communicate clearly, to communicate what it is that you want and what it is that you need. You know, there's something that this relationship is showing you about what hasn't worked out and what it is that you want, okay? Because the Two of Cups is still showing up here, right? Like this is so much potential for like for beauty, for partnership, for creating something. Okay, but some of y'all are not listening, you know, like you're not paying attention to the red flags. You're not looking at the patterns. You're not looking at the things that didn't work out before. And by paying attention to those things, that's why I feel like it showed up reversed. Because by paying attention to the disillusionment, paying attention to the broken heart, paying attention to the times that you felt betrayed, the times that you felt hurt, like listening to those things, it's actually giving you so much information about what it is that you want, what it is that you are looking for, what it is that you want to create. This Page of Discs over here, okay? Wanting to materialize something new and something different, but it just feels like maybe you don't know how to go about it yet, but it's because you haven't sat down with hasn't worked out, right? Because I feel like, you know, like maybe you're like, well, like this person, I don't know, like I can't even think of like like an example, right? Like, but like, oh, like, you know, like this person really dismissed my feelings, right? Like, and this person never, like, they didn't help me feel heard, right? Like, I don't know, like, let's just go with that example, okay? And it's like, and, you know, they made me feel like, you know, I was whining or crying too much or like begging for too much attention or something, right? And it's like, well, you know, like, that doesn't mean, oh, you have to shush yourself up, right? Like, yeah, maybe your maybe your communications, I don't know, like for some of y'all, like, I don't know, I keep getting communication. I don't know, like the way that you share your feelings or something could be like needing some attention. And for some of y'all, I feel like you're not communicating enough, or like the way that you maybe express your feelings and things like that could need a little bit of refinement. Okay, like this is like a really dumb side note, right? Like, you know, I'm just kind of getting more like like I don't know, like maybe you feel like you've been vocalizing your needs, but the other person's just like, the other people that you're dealing with, like, just kind of don't understand, you know, like your needs or whatever. And the thing is, like, what I want to say about that though is that maybe you just kind of haven't found the right person, right? So like, I don't want to put everything, I do feel like there's work within yourself, right? Like I said, you know, things that you are healing within yourself, okay? But like the right people are going to be willing to work with you, right? So like, for example, you know, maybe you've been working on your communication and like these people are just kind of like dismissing you and saying like, I don't know what you're saying, I don't know what you want, right? But like the right person is going to be open to say, okay, I don't understand, can you like talk me through this, or like, can you help me understand what it is that you need at this moment? You know, like, sorry, I know that sounds like kind of like you're talking to a child or something, and I don't mean it to sound like that, right? But I feel like I don't know, like, you know, and maybe that's kind of what's waiting for you on the other end, right? Or maybe, oh, there you go. Like, maybe for some of you, like, that's kind of just like part of what you need, right? Like somebody who communicates better, right? Or I don't know, that was like supposed to be my example over here, right? But like, it might have taught you something about that, okay? That like you need somebody who's willing to try to have a conversation with you and doesn't shut off, right? Or maybe you're like, oh, like this person, you know, doesn't want to spend a lot of time with me, right? Like they're overworked and then they like, you know, want to hang out with their friends and they only, you know, make time for me once a month or once a week or whatever, right? And I need somebody that makes time for me twice a week or 3 times a week, whatever, right? And you're like, okay, that's telling you about your needs, right? And like you might have been dealing with people that might have made you feel needy. Like, why do you need to hang out with me 3 times a week? Like, I see you once a week, that's enough, right? And it's like, once again, right? Like, the right person will work with you. The right person will be like, yes, let's do this 3 times a week. Okay. So I almost feel like, yeah, like for some of y'all, like it's almost like you've been dismissing your needs, maybe in your relationships, okay? And then in turn, like that's kind of cost you to settle. It's almost like you give up what you want, and that's why you're a little bit showing up over here with the Page of Discs, a little bit unclear about what it is that you want to head, because is like you pay too much attention to what other people are asking of you, or what to like kind of cater to what other people expect of you and dismiss your needs. And that's why you're like, I don't even know what I'm asking for. I don't even know what it is that I'm trying to create. So pay attention to those times that you felt hurt. Okay, like those were my examples, right? Like the being dismissed, or the people who don't want to spend time with you. But like think about what that looked like for you. When did you feel a sense of discomfort? When did you feel like your needs were not being met? Okay, and then sit with that and let that tell you, oh, I need somebody who likes to spend time with me. I need somebody who tells me sweet things. I need somebody who's willing, whatever, right? Like, so there is just very much a need for you to, like, I'm sorry, like that. Okay, so that's a little bit of shadow work, honestly. Yeah. So and I'm sorry, because like, I know like that can be very uncomfortable, but know that that is ultimately what's going to bring you clarity about what it is that you want to create, and truly help you welcome in something new and something different. Okay, because like as far as like this person that you're asking about over here, I just feel like they, I don't know, they're just not it for you, and I don't think that they're willing to put in the work. It feels like they're here, they're there. The Eight of Cups reversed is, like leaving and coming back, showing up, but like not really, the reversal is like not really wanting to do the work to change things, to put that attention to you. And like I said, I feel like they have this grip on you over some aspect of your relationship that they're fulfilling. And I'm gonna say that too. What is it that inspires you about, what is it that you actually like about being with this person? Okay, because that's something else that might be giving you information about what you need, so kind of add it to your list. Okay, for some of y'all, it's like create a list. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and pull a couple of cards from the self-care deck here, because I do feel like this is like, yeah, very much you time, right? Like I'm sorry that like, I don't know, like this person, I don't know, like don't let them keep wasting your time is what I'm gonna say. Like I feel like this person is just like such a waste of time. So yeah, see, what else do you have? All right, you have look around. Some of y'all, like, there are better fits for you out there if you just look around. I feel like oh, I'm sorry. Oh, okay. I just heard my best friend's mom, rest in peace. But I don't know, for some of y'all, you could have messages like from your spiritual team, from a loved one. Okay, like I don't know, like take it, yeah, especially look around. Yeah, because look around, signs, synchronicities. Okay, so you could be like, pay attention to any synchronicities. I do feel like your spiritual team, your ancestors might be trying to communicate with you. Allow them to speak to you, like welcome in that spiritual connection. Okay, like for some of you, like that could be just something that you need in this moment. And to tell you, like I just heard I heard her say, right, like if you would just get your eyes up your phone, right, like then people would see your she used to call me pretty. Okay, like, or like your pretty face and your pretty eyes, and like then and she'd be like, and then you could like sorry, I'm just like, then you could pull game, right? Like, so anyway, sorry, like the kind of little, but I do feel like, for some of you, like, I don't know, maybe you're very, kind of caught up in your pain, or caught up in disillusionment, or not looking around for other options, and you're not allowing yourself to be seen, right? Like, and I do feel like, like, hey, like, stand high, like stand proud, and just kind of, show yourself as you are, like let people see your beautiful face, like, I don't know. I'm really getting, I feel like, I don't know you, but I feel like you have beautiful eyes, and like your eyes are very, for some of you, you could have like a water moon or something where whenever you make eye contact, it feels very intense. So you might avoid a lot of eye contact, or you might have like interest, like not introspective. Well, yeah, you might be very introspective, but introverted, sorry, like introverted tendencies, right? So like it might be very difficult to kind of make eye contact with people, but I do feel like that by looking around me, I don't know, maybe making a couple of eye contacts like here and there or whatever, right? Like you're gonna see so much more that is out there for you, like waiting for you. Okay, like there's just more out there. Okay, you have, I love this, you have, yeah, like this is really random, like for some of you, like I don't know, just Empress energy, Mother Earth really showing up over here. You know how it's getting like, you know, your spiritual team or ancestors, you know, like I do feel like that feminine energy is trying to connect with you. It could be a mother figure for some of you. It doesn't have to be. I know like this isn't like that kind of reading, but look, like I'm giving you the messages that are showing up here, okay? um but I do feel like there's this need to also get into your feminine energy of receptivity, okay? And I say this regardless of your gender. We all have feminine, masculine energy, right? It's a balance. But I do feel like getting into this energy of being open to receiving, you know, being in an energy of like accepting, being in an energy, and that doesn't mean being demanding, right? That does not mean being codependent. That doesn't mean relying on others for everything, okay? Be mindful of that. I don't think you have that problem, but I'm gonna throw that out there, right? This is just kind of, you know, slowly accepting things that are coming for us, and you know, like slowly welcoming, you know, like welcoming in like little compliments, welcoming in small gifts, you know, like that sort of thing, okay? But you could be, you know, connecting to Mother Earth. I do feel like look around and pay attention to synchronicities that are showing up for you, like in your natural realm. Okay, so if you have a park that you can explore, if you have a plant that you can talk to, I know that might sound a little bit weird. Okay, but yes, okay. You know, like if you can't, you know, kind of get out there, I feel like even looking at things like National Geographic or like videos, right, of different, you know, your favorite geographical features. I don't know, like if you don't have a favorite geographical feature, maybe exploring, right? Like let me explore mountain. And I know that sounds like a little bit weird, right? But as humans, we do need connection to nature, and I do feel like you're going to be getting a lot of signs through nature. So, you know, keep your eyes open. Make sure that you're making time to have fun, to play, okay? And I say this like outside of people. Sorry, that sounds a little weird, right? But you know, to like get in touch with like the things that make you happy, not what you're doing for others, but find that creative expression within yourself. Like get in touch with things that used to make you happy when you were younger, maybe when you were a child, maybe things that you've left forgotten, or finding new things that may inspire you here, okay? So I'm gonna go ahead and wrap up. I feel like wrapping up with a mantra over here for you. Let's see what last messages you have showing up for you here. What mantra does group 6 need to hear? Oh, dang, you got 2. Okay. Wow. All right. Okay, 2 wanted to pop up, so I'm just going to take both of them. Okay. And you know what? Yeah, wow. All right. So you have forgiveness is freedom, okay? I do feel like things are going to be coming back into balance, okay? Um, for this, with this forgiveness card, all right, for some of you, like if there's somebody that's, you know, like I said, from the past kind of gripping you, or things that haven't worked out, where you felt backstabbed, betrayed, hurt over here, right? Letting go of those things, forgiving and moving on, that's what's going to liberate you. That's what's going to help you move on and find balance within yourself again, okay? Remember, right, like this doesn't mean like that you forgive somebody and that means like letting them back into your life. That doesn't mean, right, like repeating a cycle again. If anything, it's an instrument of like learning, right? You know, forgiving so that you can kind of like learn something, move on, and like not repeat it, right? And for some of you, it could even be like forgiving yourself, right? Like maybe there was something that where you felt like, I don't know, like I don't think this is for everybody, but maybe for one of you out there, okay? Like forgiving yourself for anything. Like for some of you, it could be like you continue to accept these cycles, or you continue to accept these like very demanding people, or people who are maybe don't have your best interest at mind, because you feel like you did something wrong, or you feel like it's like a payback or something that like that you owe, right? And that's why you kind of accept, like, I don't know, like maybe you feel like, you know, oh, this is what I get, right? Like for having done this or that or whatever. And it's like, I don't know, like that sounds really like it hurts. Like I hope that you do not feel that, and I hope that if that is something that you are sensing, right, like to forgive yourself. Like you do not deserve to be in bad relationships. You do not deserve to be caught up like with this person, like no matter what happened, right? Like forgive yourself and move on. This is how you're going to liberate yourself from, you know, these cycles that seem to be repeating in your love life. Okay. You also have my greatest struggles are my greatest lessons. Okay, this is my tower card over here, and this wants you to, like, I'm gonna go back to transform your relationship to relationships. Okay, like there is something, you know, it's like oh my gosh, I love this, right? Because we were talking about this earlier, and it's just truly reinforcing that energy of, you know what, let that tower fall down, let that tower burn, let that past go so that you can create your new tower. What do you want your new relationships to look like? What do you want your partnerships and your love life to look like? You get to create your own tower, goodness, golly, tower now. Okay, I can't take myself seriously. But sorry, I was like really looking at struggles. And that's the thing though, right? Like that you may have gone through some very difficult relationships over here, and but they were here to teach you about what you wanted, to teach you about what you deserve, and know that you deserve to be loved the way that you desire. Okay, and I mean deserve in the goodness of it. Okay, like forgiveness is freedom, and my greatest struggles are my greatest lessons. Okay, these are your mantras for the time being. I'm gonna go ahead and leave it there, group 6. If there was anything for you in these readings at all, I would absolutely love to hear from you. Your likes, comments, subscribes, your shares, everything truly helps. Lets me know you'd like to see more videos like this, and if there were any messages for you here. Thank you and take care. Bye.